What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City video. Firstly, I want to say a big happy new year to everybody and wishing everybody nothing but success for 2025. It does mean it's January 1st, which means the January transfer window is now officially open, and it will start my daily Manchester City transfer update in what's going to be a really big window for Manchester City. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day here on YouTube. All you need to do is subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, starting the daily transfer series once more. Let's go ambitious. 300 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated, and also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by Football Prizes, where you guys can be in with the chance of winning a signed Manchester City shirt from the main man himself, Pep Guardiola. Links and details, they are in the description. Just 39 pence per ticket. You can purchase as many tickets as you want. Do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description, and a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. So we've got no contract news. We're going to head straight on in with the outs, and we've got the very latest on Kyle Walker. And Court Offside have said that Kyle Walker is still wanted by clubs in Saudi Arabia, and they are prepared to make a bid should Manchester City be willing to sell Walker this month. Apparently they're prepared to pay up to between 12 and 15 million euros, and if Kyle Walker is sold this month, he will need replacing by Manchester City, and a replacement for Kyle Walker won't be cheap. Remember, Man City's strategy heading into this window is they don't want to panic buy. They want to bring in players who they've wanted to bring in for a long time, players who are going to fit their system, going to fit the bill. They're going to add something to Pep Guardiola's team. So Manchester City aren't just going to be getting linked with players out of nowhere and then bringing them in on short notice unless a really good deal does become available, or Manchester City end up changing their mind, which we've been working with Chicky for a long time at Manchester City. It's not normally how he does his transfers, so it'll be interesting to see, because City are needing at least two, I'd argue 3 or 4 signings before anybody's even left. What Chicky's going to do to try and get deals sorted in what is right now pretty quiet in the transfer market, where Manchester City wanting to get 2, 3, maybe even 4 deals done in 1 month. Tight turnaround, it can be done. It's going to be hard work, it's going to be frantic, going to be exciting as well. And as I said, I will keep you guys up to date every single step of the way here on YouTube with my daily Manchester City transfer updates. Now, moving on to the final story of the outs, we've got the very latest on Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne has done an interview and confirmed that there is no update on a new contract from Manchester City as we head into January. Remember, Kevin De Bruyne's contract is up on June 30th, and he can sign a pre-contract agreement for any club outside of England from January 31st of this month, when there is officially less than 6 months left on your contract. The same situation with İlkay Gündoğan. We don't have any word on the potential automatic trigger of his 1-year contract extension to his current deal, which is included in his contract. So if that does not happen, then his contract also up on June 30th of this year, and both Kevin De Bruyne and İlkay Gündoğan will be free to agree pre-contract agreements with other teams. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got the very latest on former Manchester City man Liam Delap, and the MEN have said that Manchester City's buyback for Liam Delap is affordable and it's way below his actual value. They don't rule out Manchester City potentially making a move for him in the summer rather than this month. They also don't rule out the potential of Manchester City signing Liam Delap for his buyback clause and then selling him on immediately to make profit, which would be a value which represents his current market value. Now, unofficial rumours have said, so these are just murmurs, nothing factual, but the murmurs are saying that apparently Man City's release clause to bring Liam Delap back to the club is set at £30 million, but it's believed by the camp close to Liam Delap that he wants to stay at Ipswich Town until the end of the season to try and keep them in the Premier League. Now, I wouldn't rule out this month Man City bringing in a potential backup striker to Erling Haaland, which then possesses the question, do we actually need Liam Delap if we bring somebody else in? And if that is the case, and City do have that buyback clause, and let's say Liam Delap's market value is set at somewhere between 40 and 50 million pounds, because let's not forget he's the right age, he's English, homegrown, there'll be a lot of demand for him, and he's having a brilliant season with Ipswich. City could activate that 30 million pound buyback clause and then sell him on for 40 or 50 million pounds and end up making 10 to 20 million pounds profit when all they've got to do is sign on the dotted line. So we will see what happens with regards to that. We'll see if Manchester City do actually want Liam Delap as part of their first team squad. One thing I am expecting, though, is I don't think Liam Delap will be a Manchester City player this month. Now, moving on, a situation I'm keeping my eyes on, and I'm keeping my eyes on this very closely. Dani Olmo, not registered still right now by Barcelona. They're going to attempt again today to try and register him with La Liga. I'm not clued up on all the politics that are involved with Spanish football, but right now Barcelona are struggling to register Dani Olmo, which means if he cannot be registered, I think, by the end of today, then he cannot play for Barcelona in La Liga for the remainder of the season, which makes Dani Olmo a bit redundant at Barcelona. Now, some sources are saying that Dani Olmo, if he's not registered by today, could be a free agent. Some are saying that Barcelona may need to loan him out until the end of the season to then potentially bring him back. Let's not forget Dani Olmo's a pretty big name, and he definitely will not be wanting to not play competitive football for 6 months. It cannot happen, and it won't happen. Loads of clubs, including Manchester City, are interested. Now, it's a mess at Barcelona right now. We already know that. We've seen that right from when we sold Ferran Torres to them right through to now. So we're talking now, this has been going on for years, but Dani Olmo has posted on Instagram yesterday night suggesting that he wants to stay at Barcelona. Now, this is going to be one of them very quick transfers, I feel. One that either is nipped in the bud today, and then tomorrow when I report it to you guys, it'll be Dani Olmo is registered, he stays at Barcelona, and that's done and dusted, or he may have to leave Barcelona, and if that is the case, he'll want to leave ASAP so he can get lined up and play with another club so he can get playing competitive football as quickly as possible. As I said, City are one of the teams interested, but there is a lot, and I mean a lot of teams interested in bringing Dani Olmo in right across the globe. So Manchester City, if they do want Dani Olmo, may need to use their unique selling point and that phone call from Pep Guardiola. We will see what does happen. Now, moving on to the final transfer, and as we're speaking about Kyle Walker's future and some interest coming in from Saudi Arabia, on the back of that, Manchester City are now starting to get linked with right-backs. And one player that we're getting linked with is Ola Aina over at Nottingham Forest. It's the first right-back in ages that Manchester City have been linked with. Now, he's a 28-year-old English-born Nigerian international, and the Sun are saying that on the back of him having a solid season with Nottingham Forest, Manchester City are interested. There's no indication right now about his availability or how much he would cost, and I have a feeling that because Kyle Walker is being linked with a move away, that this is just a case that any Premier League right-back that's doing well right now will get linked with a move to Manchester City. And there's a big difference between Man City scouting, keeping an eye and being interested in a player, and Manchester City actually wanting to make a move. And I suspect that this isn't going to be the last right-back this month that Manchester City are going to get linked with. But interesting, Ola Aina, the first player of many, I suspect, that have been linked with a move to Manchester City in that right-back position, and there's going to be a heck of a lot of rumours and things filtering through from agents, from different sources throughout the whole January transfer window. It is a roller coaster ride, and many of you guys have been here before. You know what to expect with my daily transfer updates. So if you are new around here, make sure you have subscribed. It is free to subscribe. The easiest and quickest way to stay up to date here on YouTube every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news through my channel. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. 300 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, a big thank you to Football Prizes, today's video sponsor, where you can go and check out that signed Manchester City shirt from Pep Guardiola. Brilliant prize to go and check out. There's instant prizes to be won as well. Links and details, they are in the description. Remember, just 39 pence per ticket. You can get as many tickets as you would like. There are 1,399 tickets available, and they will go very fast at that price. Links and details there in the description, and a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Happy New Year, everybody. Peace. Ciao for now.